feeling good.
Can you talk about your offensive performance today, what you guys were able to accomplish?
I think we came out and we executed well. It wasn't perfect weather, as we all seen, but I think, it was good. We got the running game going. Dustin was doing a great job. We passed the ball pretty well, not as good as we, should have or wanted to, but, all in all, I think we did a, okay job.
You mentioned Dustin there. Last week it was you putting up the record number of yards. Now Dustin getting almost 300 himself today. I mean, how dangerous does that make you guys when you're showing that you can run the ball like that?
Well, that's a part of our offense. That's what Coach Hogerson, that's what he preaches. That's what he prides himself in, and that's what this offense is about. We take whatever the defense gives us, and today, they were keying on the pass and putting 5 guys in the box, and we felt like we had good numbers to run it. The offensive line did a great job at finishing blocks. Dustin was doing a great job at hitting the hole and making cuts and making guys miss. And overall, I think that's what make our offense so good, that we can pick our poison and just kind of make you wrong at all times.
You talked about the run game, taking what they give you. Did you feel that you imposed your will, or was it just like taking candy from a baby?
Wow, both of those sound pretty good, but I think we just did our jobs. Our job is to go out there and put points on the board and get first downs. And I think after looking at the tape, and I haven't looked at it yet, but just from what I see out there on the field, I think we did a good job at just putting together a string of first downs and getting to the red zone and scoring points.
Is it as easy to run the hurry-up offense, running the football, as it is throwing it?
I wouldn't say it's easy. It's never easy. The key thing is to communicate and to just stay on the same page. And I think everyone goes out there and plays hard, and it can be easy because of just how smart our coaches are, and they always put us in a great situation to make plays.
What do you think of your tempo today? I know it's something you said you were looking to improve on after LSU. You feel like you did that today?
Yeah, I think we had a great tempo. Guys were once again faking injuries, which is a bunch of baloney, but it's something that comes with the territory. The refs can't do nothing about it. The only thing we can do is just keep playing our style of offense and imposing our will on the defense.
Talk about Dustin. From what you saw, what was he doing well back there that was making it so effective?
I mean, everything. The kid is, he's a humble kid. And, he just had, really, we seen it in him and, Bernard and, Andrew Bowie. Those guys are, very talented, but they just had to catch up to the speed of the game. And, once we get Bernard and Bowie rolling as well, it could be very special with that backfield.
Given what you did in the pass game last week and what happened in the run game this week, what do you expect to see in the opposing defense the rest of the year do? What can they try that they haven't tried at this point against you?
I'm expecting to see everything. I mean, pretty much everyone's, they press manned us and we put up yards in the passing game. They've zoned us. We ran the ball. Like I said, we're going to take whatever they give us, and we're going to, make adjustments. And at the end of the day, it comes down to just us going out there and executing. And I think we're starting to catch our rhythm, and I think we're gaining confidence the more snaps we play. So I think in the future, I think we'll be fine. As long as we just stay focused and do our jobs.
Given what you've seen, like you said, all those different things you've already seen, can any defensive coordinator surprise you at this point? Is there anything they can throw out that you won't expect, that you haven't seen?
I mean, you never know. Defensive coordinators are creative and they can come up with pretty much anything. Our thing is we got to prepare for what we see on tape, and if we see anything different, we'll make adjustments. And at the end of the day, just go out there and play our game.
Coach talked about being a smarter team, even on crummy, sloppy conditions. You guys were able to keep no turnovers, not too many mistakes.
Yeah, we limited the mistakes. We put the ball on the ground twice. I threw an errant pass that I should never do. Down there like on the 30. So we still have things to work on and things to get better at. But I think we limited our mistakes from last week, which shows a lot of progress.
On that play you just talked about, I mean, what happened there? Were you expecting the whistle to be blown when it was still going? You just threw it up or what?
The guy had a hold of me. I was really trying to get loose so I can, maybe throw it out of bounds or, do something potentially. But, overall, I just made a dumb decision and, just throwing it up. Luckily, Stedman bailed me out.
Is this a vindication of the running game today in terms of striking a balance with this offense?
I hope so. I believe that we're going to continue to run the ball, and I think we're never going to stray from it. We're always about being balanced. But like I said, we're always going to take whatever they give us. And if a defense loads that box up, then they got to prepare for our receivers. And if they decide to play nickel coverage the entire game, then we're going to run the ball at them. So we're just going to do what we have to do in order to win the game.
One thing Coach talked about in the past was you guys being on the same page in terms of decision making. When he came out here earlier, he said it was improved today. Is that something you felt like you guys were able to kind of communicate that better and be on the same page throughout this game?
Yeah, a lot of that just goes to me paying more attention. In our offense, we run up tempo. And a lot of times, I get ahead of the tempo and trying to just push things a little bit too much. And he tells me to slow down a lot. So that's a part of communication. And I think we had a great tempo today, even though it wasn't as fast as maybe it has been in the past. But the key thing is that we communicated well and got everyone on the same page and did our jobs and did it right.
Geno, where's the offense heading into the Big East Conference part of the season?
I think we're confident. I think we're still improving. It's never a finished product. We're going to continue to improve until till that final game of the season. But I think we're definitely confident. We're starting to click, and practice is getting better. Everyone's getting more focused. And the Big East, it's going to be tough. We got to prepare for the punches that they're going to throw at us. But overall, I think we're going to be ready, and we're going to be very excited to get this Big East play started.
Is a game like Garrison in the running game overall quarterback's best friend?
Of course, man. I mean, when Garrison's running like that, it gets frustrating for the defense. And you can see it out there. Those guys were, they couldn't tackle him. He was slipping in and out of holes and making guys miss. And that's what's great about this offense. Once everyone gets the clicking and everything gets rolling and we get some good weather, I think we can be special.
Geno, sorry if you were to answer this, but Coach was saying about how you guys call a lot of run-pass options, and he said you look more comfortable in terms of picking the right one. Do you feel like you're coming along in terms of that?
Yeah, I do. I feel like, I'm getting on the same page with Coach Hogerson. Obviously, it's only been 5 games, so I'm not there yet. But I'm going to continue to work hard and try and figure out exactly what he wants me to do, and go out there and execute to my best ability.
Because one of those things, just the more and more you do it, the better you're going to get.
Yeah, it's all about repetition. This offense is all about repetition. And we've had many reps in practice, but it's a difference from practice and game speed and adjustments being made. And I'm trying to actually think the way he does. So I sit down and I talk to him more than usual to make sure that I got the right play going, and I'm doing exactly what he expects from me.
With how well Garrison ran today, do you look a little bit more run in terms of those plays, just to get the ball in his hands?
I mean, yeah, when the offense gets rolling and we're running the ball and he's doing things that he's capable of, we want to feed him the ball, and he had a lot of touches today, and he did a fantastic job with them. The offensive line did an incredible job at moving the line of scrimmage and pushing those guys backwards. So Garrison, he's going to continue to improve. We're going to get, Bernard and, Sean and, Boo. We're going to get those guys going as well. And, hopefully we have, a great offense, here at the end of it.
Appreciate it, man.
How much easier did your job get today because of what he did? I mean, even in the future,
I mean, it was a lot easier, not to mention the downpour that we had. It was kind of hard to throw the ball.
Well, I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking of
there's
another threat there now.
It also gives it gives us another dimension that we're going to continue to work on that run game. We're never going to give up on it, and obviously today showed what we can do and what we're capable of. So I think that's a building block towards the future. And, hopefully we continue to run the ball this well, and continue to pass the ball well, and we try and be one of the best offenses ever.
I presume you'd rather throw for 260 or 270 than 460 if you got the running game.
I'll do that any day. Throw for 200 and get a blowout win, and throw for 500 and lose. Because at the end of the day, the only thing that matters is W.
Have you? I mean, you got to watch him after you gave him the ball. Have you seen many people cut like him?
The guy. I mean, we've seen him doing that in practice in camp. It was just about him getting the game speed down and gaining confidence. So you can see the more he got the ball, the more confident he was. The more he started hitting holes and cutting things back. So he's going to be special, man. He just has to continue working. And he's a humble kid, and Andrew Bowie and Bernard are also freshmen. They're going to be good. So I think we'll have a great rotation in the future.
You're saying he might be good someday, huh? After 293.
Yeah, I mean, it shows he got a chance.
with what you did against LSU, I imagine
Garrison.
did they do anything different as opposed to what you might have been anticipating on film, what they'd shown? It just seems like a number like that makes them say we got to do something a little bit different because he could make us score too.
Yeah, I mean they were keen on our pass. They came out with a lot of. They tried to match up with us basically. You know, they were playing a lot of nickel coverage whenever we went 4 and 5 receiver sets. And then when we went to our two-back sets, they would bring an extra linebacker in, bring a safety down. But our offensive line did a great job at identifying their blocks and finishing blocks. And Garrison did a great job at making cuts and just getting in and out of the holes and getting first downs. Him and Sean did a great job running the ball today.
They've been mostly zones. Don't take a lot of chances, right, on film.
Yeah, I mean that's something we've seen on film. They play a lot of read zone. They like to read the quarterback's eyes and his footwork. So we try to do a lot of double moves. Yeah, we try to do a lot of double moves and just go deep because they squatted so much.
How many calls did you make from either pass to run or run to pass based on what you saw and it looked like everything worked too?
It's basically built into our offense. Every play we have designed and designed pass. And an option for me to check into an even better play. So overall, I think we had a good game plan and it worked for us.
Did you make a lot of changes?
I didn't have to today. It was just basically I was handing the ball to Garrison and he was making things happen.
Thanks.
You talk about the touchdown to Ryan Nealon and your progression with him. I know you guys were injured at the same time at one point.
Yeah, Ryan is a guy that he's pushed me and I've pushed him, and we've gotten better alongside each other. That touchdown, to get him in the end zone, it's just great. The ball was extremely wet, and I threw a bad pass, but he made up for it, and it's just great to see him get a touchdown today.
How big was it to finally get the running game? Well, I wasn't here when the big group was here, but especially Garrison.
It was huge. Our offensive line is gaining confidence. They're starting to understand how good this offense could be as long as they continue to work hard and move the line of scrimmage. And Garrison, he's getting a lot of experience and he's getting better with each carry. Bernard as well. Sean Austin's coming back has helped us out tremendously with the short yardage. And overall we ran the ball well and we did a good job at moving the chains.
Does it take a little pressure off when you're able to run the ball like that? I mean, you personally, everybody says Geno's, what he does, how far he goes is how far the team goes. Does it take a little pressure off to finally get the running game going like that?
It doesn't. I mean, I never feel pressure or anything like that. It's just, it's good to get that going. It's good to have that balance and, to have the defense coordinator on their toes. They couldn't really key on anything because, if they tried to bring a blitz and, stop the run, then we can pass them. If they tried to, sit back in coverage, then we run on them. So, as long as we're balanced and we keep moving at a fast tempo and keep playing hard, I think we'll be a special offense.
Did you see this from him in practice?
Oh, yeah. From day one, this kid is, he's been humble. He's been working hard in the off-season workouts. Before I even seen him, carry the ball. I was impressed with him because, he came right in and, picked up the speed with workouts. That's something freshmen, normally don't do. So, he's going to be special, man. He just got to stay humble and keep working.